I don't know what it is about me, but I absolutely love weird looking instruments. When it comes to guitars, I absolutely love headless ones like Strandbergs and Kiesels. And I absolutely love the U basses as well, because there's something that I just love about a ukulele-sized bass. And something that I frequently do is I just search for weird instruments on various sites, including Amazon, just to see what exactly pops up. And one night I was like, what's the cheapest double neck instrument that I could find? So I just type in double neck and ukulele came up. What? Never heard of a double neck ukulele. And then I saw this gem on Amazon. I'm like, okay, it's under 200 bucks. Can I justify getting this? So I checked my budget, looked to see if I can afford it, and I mean, you saw the title of the video, and yeah, let's get right into it. Good morning, good afternoon, or good night, depending on when you're watching this. How's it going, guys? First off, hope you're having a good day today. Hope your day's going well, and hope it continues to go well. Let's go ahead and unbox this double neck bass and ukulele. There we go, from Aklot, I want to say, but here is the package. Gotta love boxes inside of boxes. And here we go. Comes with a nice case, which is always great when you get with an instrument. Straps for your back, handle on the top. Case is nice, and a little pocket full of goodies, which we'll check that out later. Let's get to the actual instrument itself. Here we are. For dramatic effect, you'll see it first. Oh, this is gonna be very weird. Okay. Oh, geez. This is very odd. Like, very odd to just look at, very odd to hold. Let's go ahead and unpackage it now. I am so excited to get this out of its little film here. And here we go. Would you look at that? This looks so cool. It's super weird and I love it. It is amazing. Okay, very awesome. Before we tune it up, play it, and plug it in, let's go over all the specs about it first. So first off, you get a standard ukulele right here on the very bottom, and on the top, you get a standard ukulele bass. As I mentioned before, we're able to plug it in because it is an acoustic electric instrument, so you can go ahead and plug this into your amplifiers, your pedals, your DAW, PA system, or wherever you plug your instruments into. Really cool opportunities there, which gets into this switch right here, which you can think of as your pickup selector. When it's all the way down, you have your ukulele pickup selected, so you're just gonna get signal from your ukulele side. When you have the selector all the way up, you're gonna get signal from your bass side. When it's in the middle, you can control both of them at once, which is definitely really cool. And this comes with an onboard EQ system as well, a volume as well as built-in tuner, which is always good. Which means that to get the tuner to work, you do need a battery, which is right down here on the very bottom, right next to your input jack. This right here is the battery compartment. These are the kind of batteries it uses. This is how the back looks, and you can see here that there is an arch in the back. This is done on purpose, as the seller says. It makes the bass tones deeper, but gives this instrument an overall more resonant tone. This is what the back of the neck looks like. Here are your tuners, and then this, of course, is the very front part of it. Hello. And the nice thing is that on the fretboard, you cannot feel the frets. There is nothing that is going to cut you when you are playing this, which is always annoying with the cheaper instruments. You pick it up and then the frets are razor sharp and can cut your hands. There is not that feeling on these. The frets feel great. The ukulele bridge on here is really cool because the strings just go through. You do not have to do any tying of knots, which on my ukulele and even on my sister's ukulele, you have to tie knots like you have a classical guitar. But with this, just string through, which is great. And the bass side is also string through, but through the body. And the way to rechange the strings is to take off this back plate and change the strings through the hole. And speaking of the strings, these are shipped with Aquila strings, I want to say, which is what these tags are, just saying what the brand of the strings are, and these are their Thunder Gut strings. And besides the gig bag, you do get a couple of extra goodies, mainly a set of strings for the bass as well as the ukulele, but also it does come with batteries, which I just found messing around with the bag. So you definitely get everything with this, which is super, super cool. So now let's go ahead and tune it up. And I do want to throw in here, this video is not sponsored in any way, shape, or form. So if this is great, I'll tell you it's great. If this absolutely sucks, I will gladly tell you it absolutely sucks. You're gonna get a 100% honest review from me. And if you do want to check it out for yourself, there will be an Amazon link down in the description box below. This is an Amazon affiliate link, so if you do choose to purchase this product, I get a small little kickback, which can go into more stuff for the channel, such as these weird instruments. So, unboxing, let's go. Now that feels great. That feels super, super great. Tuning up, no issues whatsoever. The A string was a little stubborn, but I really just think that's down to the thickness of these strings, because these are the weirdest strings I've ever played. Because I don't own a U bass, but still, it tunes up great and it's very fun to play the little bit I've played it so far. Now let's tune up the ukulele side. Plays nice, sounds nice. The tuners on the ukulele side feel amazing. I'm really, really happy with this. I will say that I do believe that the neck on this ukulele is a bit thicker than the ukulele that I currently own, but to me, that's not a bad thing at all. It's not an uncomfortable experience. In fact, it's actually quite comfortable. And I also have huge hands, so it definitely fits in my wheelhouse. So far, I am super, super impressed. Both sound well, both play well, the tuners feel great. There is no blemishes on this whatsoever. Like, I'm impressed with it so far. It's been 2 weeks since I first unboxed this, and I have been playing this a lot. Play it at least once a day, just so I can get to know this instrument better, make sure the tuning stability is good, spending a lot of time on the ukulele neck, a lot of time on the bass neck, all unplugged. I have yet to plug this in yet because I want to save that for when you and I are together. So for the past 2 weeks, I've been playing everything on just acoustically, and honestly, I love this. Like, no joke, I think this is actually amazing, and like everything sounds super, super well, especially the ukulele end of it. Like, it sounds so amazing. Genuinely, I was so shocked, and my one friend, he sent me a text from one of the Twitter posts I posted with me playing this. He's like, that ukulele neck sounds incredible. And I cannot agree more. For the value of it, honestly, you can get an Aklot ukulele and you are set because genuinely it feels so, so good. Comparing the ukulele that's on the stump neck versus the ukulele that I typically use, the neck on this one is a lot narrower, and this one is a little bit wider, which I like. I have very large hands, so sometimes chords on this one isn't exactly the best thing. But on this, it feels very pleasant to do any sort of chord, no matter where it's at. Everything feels great, especially doing higher chords on here. That feels absolutely amazing, and I loving the neck on this. Like, the ukulele on here is super, super good, and I absolutely love it. Like, genuinely, it feels amazing. Moving on to the bass end of things. This one is new territory for me because I've played some U basses before in the past, but I haven't owned one. This is the longest time I've spent playing this style of bass, and it has been very, very weird. Very weird thing to get used to, especially with these strings. But still, it sounds great. Like, it has a nice, deep bass sound. And in my head, at least, if I close my eyes, I can see it passing for an upright in certain situations. I think it sounds great. The neck on it definitely feels nice. It's just weird getting used to compared to going from, say, my Ibanez bass that I typically use, or my fretless bass, and going onto this bass where it's a way shorter scale and just weirder strings because they're not your typical strings you use on a bass. But still, it's fun. I can get lost playing in the bass part of it. Slapping on here is a little bit weird just because everything is so close together. But still, you can slap on it. I'm not that great of a slapper. I'm good at the popping stuff, but as far as like combining everything together, not so much. Chords on here sound fantastic as well. And I'm a chord bass player type person when the situation calls for it. So hearing them sound like that, absolutely insane. Overall, both necks feel great. Over the past 2 weeks, the necks still feel great. Frets still feel very fine. Overall, so far, it's really good, and so far I highly recommend. I know some people are going to look at this and say, why do I need a regular ukulele neck and why do I need a bass neck? And certainly, that was one of my thoughts, but I kept thinking of ideas the way I could use both these necks at once. And one of the ideas that kept coming back is, what if I treated this like a harp ukulele, kind of similar to the harp guitars you'll see people play, whereas a standard guitar neck, but then on the other half of it, you have these longer bass strings that are tuned to certain notes. What if we do that here? What if we take a C major chord progression? So C, A minor, F, G, or a 1, 6, 4, 5 and tune the bass strings to those notes. So that way our low E becomes an F, our A stays as an A, our D becomes a C, and our G still stays as a G. It's really fun. It is really fun. I've done 2 covers on the channel using this kind of style of harp ukulele. 2 different 21 Pilot songs, Screen and Isle of Flightless Birds, and they're so fun to play. It's a lot of coordination getting just getting everything together, but it is so fun and so worth it. Definitely, I think that's where I see myself using this the most. Now it's time to finally plug it in. I'm super excited about this. So go ahead and take out our little battery compartment, which once again looks like this, and grab the batteries that it came with, which again are these, and time to put them in. Both batteries need to go in here and the positive sides need to be up. Put it back in, grab your cable, and we are good to go. And now that we are plugged in, let's go ahead and hear how everything sounds. We'll start down here with the ukulele by itself. And everything is going to Logic Pro X, and there is absolutely nothing on this. And we are just hearing the straight up sound coming from this. No amp sims added just yet. We will experiment with that a little bit later. However, we're just hearing the DI ukulele signal, and everything over on our EQ side is set to noon. So everything is level, nothing is being added or taken away, and that includes the volume as well. That being said, here is how the ukulele sounds DI. Wow, that's actually really, really good. Like, that impresses me. That impresses me. The ukulele sounds great. Well, now, let's go ahead and move over to our bass side and hear how this sounds. The bass by itself sounds pretty decent as well, but I wonder what it would sound like if we threw on an amp sim on here. So what I've done for this next part is I've used the same exact thing. However, I took the DI signal and ran it through the archetype Corey Wong on the P bass setting, and it sounds like this. like the way that one sounds, but honestly, I can use both in various projects and ideas. The DI as well as the NAMSIM definitely are very usable with the bass side. But now it's time to put it on the middle position and try both necks together. Now, the interesting thing is, how are we going to demonstrate this? Well, we're going to do it in 3 ways. The first off is the way I have been using it for the past week or so, which is the harp guitar method. The next thing we're going to do is something I haven't experimented a lot with, but a little bit of two-handed tapping, one on the bass side and one on the neck of the ukulele side. I'm gonna try my best at this one. Very challenging, but also super, super fun. Of course, when you have this in the middle position, you have to be mindful of which neck you're playing at what time, just because things will ring out more, because you have more strings, so there'll be more synthetic vibration, because there's a lot of vibration happening in the body already, and you'll get a lot of overtones and such that will ring out. For example, if I do an E minor on the ukulele neck, how much of that rings out? A minor? G? B, and there's a lot of ringing out that happens. Over on the bass side, not as much. But it's still there. It is still there, just not as much. Now the question is, if I'm just, let's say, on the ukulele neck and I play the bass side, will anything ring out? Doesn't sound like it to my ear. If I'm on the ukulele neck, the bass neck rather, and I play anything on the ukulele, will stuff ring out over here? The answer is yes. So you definitely have to be really mindful of what neck you're on, but still, there's definitely a use for having both necks on at once, and it'll be really fun. It's really fun, guys. But Justin, why was the bass side getting a lot of the ukulele stuff? Shouldn't it cancel each other out? On electric guitar, that would be the case because those are made of metal. However, on this, it is a piezo pickup. So it basically runs off of vibration, which means any little tap on this ukulele, it will pick up on the pickups because that's just how piezo pickups work. Any little tap like that, it's going to pick it up because these are not exactly magnetic like electric guitar strings. They are made of a little rubber-like material and nylon, so there's no magnetic pull, so piezo pickups are the way to go, which is why even on the ukulele side, you're still picking up bass even though it's really quiet. And of course, because these are thinner and much more bright, it's going to pick up over on the bass side just because it's such a high frequency and it vibrates a lot more. Over on the side, the tuner actually works really, really well. All I need to do is push this little button in here and the tuner pops up and it quits sending signal to either wherever you're sending it, whether that be an amp, a PA, or a DAW like I'm currently using. It stops all signal, so it acts like a mute switch as well, which is super, super cool. And I don't know if you can see it through there. Right now it's a blue color, but when you hit a string, it will turn green when it is in tune. And it will be that same blue color when it's slightly out of tune. It gets everything, all those low bass notes, gets the highs of the ukulele. It works super, super well. So we heard what it sounds like plugged in. We heard what it sounds like when you mic it up. How do I feel about this? I actually really love this a lot. I thought this was going to be really, really gimmicky, but honestly, it has just been generating ideas for me. And like just doing the whole harp ukulele thing is so much fun by itself. And I'm very excited to like just try out more tapping stuff with it. Cause that little thing I did of 21 Pilots for Minimal, it was hard, yes, but it was so much fun. I feel like there is a lot of possibility there, especially if you put the ukulele side in some open tuning as well as the bass and even make that become a harp ukulele itself and just tap away. I think there's a lot of fun possibilities that you can do with this. It sounds really great on every end, especially the ukulele. Like, I cannot believe that the ukulele sounds that good. Of course, the bass side too, it is really awesome. I just need to spend more time getting used to the U-bass style strings more together as well as these strings, because they are a bit weird to get used to. However, it's still a lot of fun. But I highly, highly recommend it. Once again, if you do want to check this out, there will be a link down in the description box below, and that is an Amazon affiliate link. So if you do choose to purchase this, I get a small little kickback. But yeah, no, this highly, highly recommend. But anyway, guys, that is it for today's video. I'm going to edit this video and just play on this more. Play on this more and come up with ideas. Like I said, I love it. Love it so much. But anyway, I'll see you all later. Goodbye. And good night, more importantly, have a good day, and I'll see you later.